Get ready with me to Panhandle as a teacher on her first day of summer break. I don't really get to wear my first day of school shirt very often. It says happy first day, let's do this. I felt like that was very appropriate for my very first day of panhandling. And of course, you can't panhandle without a sign. Day one panhandling as a teacher on summer break. Got my Stanley in my backpack and I'm ready to go. I found the perfect corner that I spent about an hour and a half at. And as you can see, I really did have the best time. My only goal here was to make people happy by seeing my sign. I got a lot of laughs, a lot of smiles, so many waves, honks. Here's me dancing. So you can see that I really did have a good time. It was so wholesome. After about an hour and a half on this corner, I made $103, which is way more than I would have ever expected.
I'll say this again and louder for the people in the back. Teachers do not get paid enough. A lot of teachers have to work not only summer jobs, but evening jobs during the school year just to make ends meet.
She know how to say yes, daddy. Good girl, she know how to make a man happy. She a short queen, but she get a little...
I'm sure this thought has crossed many teachers' minds. Less stress, more pay, and I have an excuse to get a pedicure. All too tempting.
Okay, it's 2 days before our payday. How much money do you think you have in your account?
I'm hoping like at least $40.
How much?
In the single digits, guys. I have $7.46.
Oh boy. It's 2 days before payday. How much money do you think you have in your bank account?
I think I have like 17. 31.
Hey. Okay, it's 2 days before payday. How much do you think is in your bank account?
$63. Oh, $1.13.
Okay, there's 2 days until payday. How much money do you think you have in your bank account?
I think I probably have like 400, 500. That should be fine.
Good. That's
I have $126.
that's not bad.
It's not 400.
It's 2 days before payday. How much money do you think you have in your bank account?
Couple hundred.
Okay.
Pretty accurate.
Hey.
But I'm saving up for a vacuum, so in 2 days, not so much.
I'm glad they're laughing, but this is not okay. Imagine going to college to get a master's degree just to live paycheck to paycheck. Something has got to change.
Let's go ahead and address the elephant in the classroom. Teachers don't make enough money. Before you come here talking about, oh, we get summers off. That ain't no vacation. That's recovery. That's emotional, physical therapy from 10 months of chaos. 10 months of getting beaten down. You ever notice how teachers got to do everything but get paid like they do nothing? We a teacher, a counselor, a security guard, tech support specialist, a referee, a part-time parent, big-time part-time parent, and still expect us to analyze data like we work for NASA. Teachers, we have a problem. Other professions get paychecks. Teachers, we got to check to see if that's what we really got paid. It ain't never enough. So let me get this straight. You want me to manage 30 kids. Half of them don't listen. Half of them off their meds. Parents emailing me at 11:47 p.m. Admin doing pop-ups like they the FBI. At the end of all that, I still got to check my account before I buy something at Walmart. I'm in there doing math like I'm taking a STAR test. So if I get these groceries, that means gas got to wait till Thursday. Meanwhile, you got people on the internet unboxing packages and making six figures. Today we're going to review this new pool cue. It's aerodynamic. It's sleek. And teachers like, today we're going to teach you how to survive teaching without getting your certification took before third period. You ain't going to have no supplies. The copy not going to work. You're going to be a messy teacher next door to you, making your life hard. Don't let it be Teachers Appreciation Week. They're going to roll out a granola bar and a Capri Sun and a note to say you're a lifesaver. You could at least put some lifesaver candy in there. Don't give me no trail mix and call it gratitude. I can't pay rent with almonds and raisins. Then people say, you knew what you signed up for. Nah, I signed up to teach. I ain't signed up to be underpaid, overworked, gaslit with motivational posters. Motivate my pockets. At this point, teachers not even asking to be rich. Just trying to be able to swipe our card with confidence. Think we want to do Klarna? I'm the Klarna king. That's new age layaway. Bottom line, if education is so important, why do people doing it got to struggle the most? Y'all want world-class results on a clearance rack budget. I said what I said. Back to y'all little regular schedule program.
Eddie B out here telling it like it is. And he's absolutely right. Something is fundamentally wrong with society if we're paying pennies to the very people that we entrust with the care of our children.
Unpopular opinion about teachers. Come on in for this one. Teachers are absolutely overpaid for the work that they do. I mean, basically all they do is find worksheets off the internet that are made by people who aren't even teachers, hand those out to kids, and then teachers just chill for the next 8 hours. And they literally get every single holiday off and 3 months in the summer. Oh, wait a second. That's actually not an unpopular opinion for people outside of education. Whoops. That's actually what a large portion of the population thinks about teachers. And anyone who is a teacher who is watching this, who is absolutely freaking fired up for the first 30 seconds of this video, yeah, you should be. Because every time I see something like that on the internet, I get fired up because I myself am a teacher too. And understand that what we do every single day is literally not even believable unless you're in our classrooms. And there is a huge influx of teachers getting slayed for sharing ideas and sharing stories and sharing struggles of what actually happened in our classrooms. And people who aren't teachers saying things like, well, maybe if you would hold kids accountable, you're the problem with society. No wonder kids are a mess these days. It's because of teachers. What? So let me leave you with this fact. It's not an opinion, this is a fact. Teachers deserve $1 bajillion a year.
Okay, I'm not going to lie. I was about to grab my pitchfork and storm the town square with this take. What's insane is that some people really do think that teachers do nothing and are overpaid. To those people I say, just try doing it for a semester. If you can survive that, then we can talk.
Teachers only work 9 months out of the year, so why should I pay a teacher $60,000 a year?
The reason why teachers are asking for a legitimate budget that supports us is because many of us are not even able to afford to stay in the profession. I know dozens and dozens of teachers I work with who need second jobs to literally just be able to afford rent. Added on medical care, one of the things that happened this year to teachers is that our health insurance, the cost got jacked up. I know people who are literally foregoing medical care because what we are offered, they can't even use it because it's so expensive in terms of deductibles. Then you add on top of that cafeteria workers, bus drivers, instructional assistants who make up the backbone of our school system. I don't know a single person who's a classified staff in that role who doesn't have a second or third job in order to make it work, right? And we here believe in an economy and in a society where one job should be enough for the people who are doing the incredibly important and dignified work of taking care of our kids.
Very well said. Teachers are professionals, and the amount of pay that they take home is ridiculous. Not to mention that most teachers have to pay for their own school supplies. Just ridiculous.
Teachers are underpaid. I think they're paid the exact amount of money that they should be, and let me explain.
Well, to start, your username has the word Riz in it, so I'm not too optimistic. But let's hear what you have to say.
Name another job where you work less hours than everybody else. You work something like 8 to 2 or 8 to 3 every single day.
Contractually. Contractually, those are the hours that teachers are required to work. However, if you did a little research or ask literally any other teacher, the vast majority of them would tell you that they work outside of those contractual hours. There's a recent study that shows 9 out of 10 teachers work outside of their contractual hours. And it's not because they want to.
You're guaranteed every single weekend off, every single holiday off, guaranteed, right?
Okay, so I'm looking forward to all the other videos you're gonna make about public or federal employees who also have weekends and holidays off. I won't hold my breath.
And on top of that, you get 2 to 3 months off per year in the summertime, every single year, which is the best time to vacation.
Teachers are paid to work 10 months. Some teachers have the option to spread their salary out over 12 months, and almost every other teacher has to find another job in the summer to supplement the income that they don't make over the summer.
And you get paid the same amount that most other jobs do, starting salary, which I'd say is about $50,000 a year, yet you're working only 9 months compared to 12 months and holidays and sometimes weekends, depending if your job requires you to do that.
When you take into consideration all the money that gets taken out of our paychecks, which is a whole nother conversation to be had, that $50K is nowhere near $50K.
On top of that, you're almost guaranteed to get a job after college because there's a huge teacher shortage right now. You don't have to worry about sending out like 1,000 job applications and just not hearing back from everybody because there's always a school that's looking to hire.
There's not a teacher shortage. There are plenty of qualified individuals who were, are, or could be great teachers. However, many of them just found other opportunities that for them are far superior than teaching.
I just don't get how teachers think that they're underpaid. If you told me you can pay me 50 grand a year for 9 months of work, guaranteed every holiday and every weekend off, I'd take it in a heartbeat.
So do it. If teaching is this lavish and comfortable lifestyle that you're speaking of, then just do it. But I promise you, even doing something as being a substitute will drastically change your opinion when it comes to what you just mentioned in that video. Because at the end of the day, do teachers deserve to be free of any criticism? Absolutely not. But nothing that you mentioned in that video accurately depicts what life is like for the average teacher.
Unfortunately, no amount of evidence can change the perception of some of the dullest members of the public. Did anyone else find it odd that he says that teaching is one of the easiest jobs to get into right after college? Geez, buddy, I wonder why that is. Is it perhaps the abysmal pay, the atrocious student behavior, the ridiculous amount of stress teachers experience throughout the school year? No, let's just gloss over that. No need to tire ourselves out with basic critical thinking and drive that L point home. It just goes to show that those that know the least end up talking the most.
If you want to become a teacher, do it because you want to make a difference in a child's life.
Or you could just not become a teacher. I think teaching is the only profession that you actually go to college for, and people tell you that if you're going to do it because of your love for the children and wanting to teach children. Don't do it for the pay. She's basically saying if you're going to school to be a teacher, you will not be able to purchase a home. Education is great. I love what I do. But do not go into education if you think that you're going to make money, because you won't. Just be careful, because you're definitely going to struggle. That teacher goes on to say that she makes $54,000 a year. Her house is worth a lot more. I think she said like $300,000, but she can't buy a house on a salary of $54,000. There are people in the comment sections talking about how much money they make. One lady said that she's living with her mama because she don't make enough money. Another teacher said that she's been teaching for 25 years and she makes $60,000. I'll never make $100,000 in my career. And I have my master's degree. I'm national board certified, but I'll never make $100,000. So yeah, be careful when entering the field of education.
Very real talk here, folks. If you're a teacher or intend on becoming a teacher, you need to realize that your salary isn't going to be enough. Not for a home, not to cover your bills, and you can forget about any fancy vacations over the summer, and that's just the truth. The only way you're going to survive is in a dual-income household if your spouse makes the same or more than you. If you're getting in this profession for the money, please look elsewhere.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. The biggest issue with teacher pay is not the starting salary. It is that you never, ever really make more money. Like, you get, I think, like in my district, I think it's maybe $500 to $1,000 more per year. When you take into account inflation, there are people who've been working 30 years longer than I have, making like less than $1,000 per year more. They're making like $20,000 more than I am, which is $1,000, less than $1,000 per year more than I am for their time served. And when you factor in inflation, when you're getting paid an extra $750, $800 per year served, what is the point of continuing to stay in the profession? Pensions used to work really well for people, but now no one is staying in the same school district forever. My generation can't afford to stay teaching forever because it doesn't pay enough. The pension used to be worth sticking around. That's not even worth it anymore. It's horrible. Teachers deserve to be paid enough to live, own a home in the district where they teach, and take a vacation once a year and put their kids through college. I'm not asking to live a life of luxury.
Listen to this. Teachers are out here getting raises that feel like straight-up insults. You start at $61K, grind for 25 years, and somehow you're only making $71K while your health insurance costs keep climbing faster than your paycheck. Teacher pay in America is straight-up Benny Hill-style comedy at this point.
I'm a preschool teacher.
How much do you make?
$32,000.
I'm a teacher. I make about $42,000.
This is my 9th year teaching.
How much are you currently making?
So I make around $46,000 to $47,000 right now, but every year it goes up by another $1,000 or so.
Teach 7th grade social studies in PG County.
How much do you make?
I make about 48 to, well, it's about 50,000 a year.
I am a teacher and a football coach.
How much do you make in your role?
About 50K.
I'm a teacher.
How much do you make?
I make $53,000.
How many years of experience do you have?
5 years.
We teach. We're teachers. Yeah. How much do you make in your roles as teachers?
About $56,000 a year. I am a teacher in New Jersey. I am on my 3rd year. I've taught 1st grade for 2 years, and this is my 1st year in kindergarten.
How much are you making in your role?
I am making $60,000.
I teach general ed education, 3rd grade in the Bronx.
How much do you make as a teacher?
I make $62,000.
I'm a geometry teacher.
Geometry teacher. How much do you make in your role?
About like 64.
Do you work for DC or Maryland, Virginia?
I'm actually in Dallas.
I'm a teacher. I'm also a teacher.
What do you teach?
I teach an autism kindergarten class.
4th grade.
I make 72 with a bonus.
What about you?
70,000.
This is my 30th year and I have a master's degree, so I make about 80,000.
I'm a teacher.
Cool. What do you teach?
I teach special education.
How much do you make in your role?
On salary, it says about 80, but it can go between like 80 and 100 depending on how much per session you put in.
Where are you based? New York?
Yeah, Brooklyn.
I'm a teacher.
And how much do you make?
Yeah, $83,000.
I'm an ESL teacher.
Very cool. How long have you been doing that?
6 years now.
And how much do you make in your role?
I make $90,000 now.
And where are you based?
In Worcester, Massachusetts.
A teacher.
And how much do you make?
I make about $100,000 a year.
How many years of experience do you have?
This is my 27th year teaching.
I'm a teacher.
Awesome. How much do you make?
I make $105,000 a year.
Nice. And how many years of experience?
This is year 17.
Do you mind sharing which district you teach in?
DC Public Schools.
I'm an early childhood special education teacher.
How much do you make?
I make $107K base salary, and then we get like a yearly bonus based on performance.
So yeah, that's the real state of teaching when it comes to pay in 2026. If you're out here making peanuts after years of service, drop your salary horror story in the comments. Let's see who's winning and who's getting absolutely robbed. If this video made you laugh, rage, or just feel seen, smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next breakdown. Thanks for watching, you beautiful underpaid legends. I'll see you in the next one.